I gotta adjust the camera so they can see me, but they can see right now. They can't see neither one. Well, you should pull this motherfucker. Over there, no. What I'm saying is, the camera is on right now, but they can't see neither one of them. So the way the camera position is, yeah. I just saw your phone in my arm. Well, yeah, do that. Cause I want one right now. We're gonna start this franchise off, and then once you get back, we're gonna reposition the camera where they can see both of us, cause you gonna spin on this other item. I'm playing the Celtics right now. Yeah, I don't even like them motherfuckers either. I'm just hoping I can whoop their ass. And you already know I'm picking the city uniform. Yeah, the only thing I don't like is them red stars, but they is 6 points. So. When I was down, I swear they made me feel inferior. Random judging me by my outside, that's just my if they were coming down the gang banging, they wouldn't be accepted. But we don't gang bang.
From Smoothie King Center in downtown New Orleans, tonight it's the New Orleans Pelicans taking on the Chicago Bulls. The opening jump is won by Chicago. Jay, let's talk about the rookie out of Duke. Give us a scouting report on Wendell Carter Jr.
Well, he has an old-school four-man's game with a skill set that is adaptable to today's game. And him and Lauri Markkanen together in that front court provide you the versatility that every guard would dream of involved in pick and pops.
I tried to shoot a three, that didn't work, but I had my homeboy right there under the rim. They fouled him, didn't.
Wendell Carter at the line.
Wendell Carter Jr.
First try,
missed that
no good.
I just got to get him warmed up because he like to shoot from everywhere. Sold up my whole team.
Knocks down the second after missing the first.
Got him green on that one.
New Orleans has it to Holiday. Here's Davis. Wide open look won't go. The follow won't go either.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Levine, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 82%. First free throw is good.
He coming with the paint.
If he come in the paint, you gotta do something.
Don't foul him, he don't get his shot off.
Goes 2 for 2.
And he's both of them. 3 is good.
Hayden with the basketball. Down 3 to Davis. Driving right to the basket. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
New Orleans will take it up. Has a chance. The shot by Payton won't fall. Goes reverse to lay it in.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Payton into the front court. Down 5 to Julius Randle. Knocked loose. That's out of bounds off a ball. The Pelicans hold on to the possession.
Reverse.
You in the camera, bro.
Runner here won't go. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Don't stare him down like that.
See what I just did.
Levine. Oh, not a good pass.
Oh,
The
I want
Pelicans
to
come up with
pass
it.
to him, though.
To Davis. Shot from the lane won't go. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Pick that chin up. This is a game of runs. They were on one. Now you might be on one.
Chicago with the possession. Dunn to Levine. Lets it fly from long range. And Zach Levine. Tough make that time. But you can't fault the defender as he hits the 3.
You know, when I think about Zach Levine, I almost think about a high-priced sports car that is stuck in 3rd gear. Now, the things he can do in 3rd gear is off the charts. I'd rather have that problem than not have it. But it always leaves you wondering, what if we got this car to 4th, 5th, maybe even 6th gear? Now, that could be something.
No, that's how they be doing it.
And he's going to the free throw line.
Here's the truth. As long as you're using your legs and your body to stay in front of the offensive player, you won't get called for those. You keep reaching, though, it's going to be a long night.
I'm going to hit these shots if I can.
And hits the first free throw.
About time your ass up in the motherfucking camera, nigga. And his little brother right here too. I'm just playing a game.
Off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Holiday in position. Right now, down 7. To Julius Randle.
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
That's your boy too.
He got to get heated up too.
Yeah, as soon as he get heated up, oh, that's 3s, don't.
To Holiday.
My whole team like that.
Beyond the arc. That no good. Off the mark.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Holiday controls the basketball. His team down 9.
Layups or whatever. See, he ready.
Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Bulls come away with it. Going the other way.
Oh, damn good save right there.
And a nice finish at the rim.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing your mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
They proved it though. Motherfuckers just put it on. They did it.
Nice pass to set things up.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Jay, 27 wins a year ago for the Bulls. What can this team be?
They have the potential to be a playoff team, but in order for that to happen, a lot of guys need to take that major next step in their careers. Lauri Markkanen needs to step up. Chris Dunn, his backer role, what position will he play at the PG spot? Wendell Carter, their first-round draft pick, and also Jabari Parker. He is the key cog in this wheel. If he is healthy and plays to the level of expectation that we know he can, this team can make the playoffs.
And they call it.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
I can get it in when you need it. Yeah, you get it in when you need it.
Oh, they call the foul.
A simple touch foul.
That's what we done. shield. They ain't gonna pass me on this.
Knocks down the first.
And it's only 53.6 seconds. Over, and I get another chance. Which I will once they shoot this shot.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Open the score right
To Lopez. Nothing going here on that drive. Fires the three. Double figures in the first quarter. Now at 10, including that three.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that foul through. That releases
get a foul with a three,
Holiday. Down low to Okafor. It's a big finish. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
From long range. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some.
Everyone's
getting a piece of the rock.
Now they not fucking up.
Here comes the screen.
We got a hole in the lead.
Hey, take your hands off of me.
Just a tic-tac foul.
19.
First try at the line, no good.
19-8.
That's good score. Good score.
Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Has a look. Shot misses there by Valentine. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter. The Bulls have the lead.
You want to do quarter by quarter, right? Your boy been the one that's doing this shit, but I tried to spread it.
Pelicans have the basketball.
I tried to spread it through the whole team.
Holiday. They go down low to Randall. From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Tough shot for Markkanen. No good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Yeah, just like we always do.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws.
Ed, I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second. Did you know the Bulls are the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals series in their history?
6-0 right now. It helped to have a guy named MJ. But, Jake, think about this. He's not gone those 2 seasons. Maybe it's 8 straight finals.
I thought it was out on me. Yeah, you touched it last.
Wesley Johnson trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter.
Nah, this is how they catching up.
Free throw is good to cap off the 3-point play. And the lead is down to 3.
Do all that shit you taught me. You seen your boy and that, you should have been
for 3. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. And he connects on the first free throw.
One thing I learned is you can't hit in the same spot or what you're going to miss. Now you need a green.
It's the second. One more coming.
So now, the next one you need a green. Or somebody ready to grab the rebound.
And he hits all three.
He hit all three of them bitches. Why the fuck they ain't do that for me?
Payton with the basketball. Down 6.
I learned how to do it.
To Holiday.
Well, it seems like every time I try to do this shit, it be some other shit.
Here comes the screen.
They don't be gonna do this
Payton
shit.
to Holiday.
You got it today.
And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for 2.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to
did want to play, right?
First one, count it.
Or you just doing it because I want it.
So he hits the first, misses the second.
You got to get this score and you
Done. To Markkanen.
I'm reiterating that shit because that's what me and you was supposed to do.
And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over.
Okay, so we're the ladder.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Payton into the front.
You know, I hit one of those right before I went out of them. I was like,
Holiday to Julius Randle.
I did it twice, actually.
Good look that time, but off the mark.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
New Orleans going to take it up. Payton to Julius
Depending
Randle.
on who's shooting.
Yeah.
Like if you got one of your number ones
Cashes in for 2.
with the ball,
Finish. Regardless of
and he
contact,
going out of
finishing
bounds,
strong is key.
another scope.
End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
That dude right there.
You're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are
Number
off
2.
the charts.
But sit down, that wasn't Bean. Shit.
Nothing going
Bean
here on
gonna
that
drop
drive.
it.
Bean waiting on the 3.
Done. To Parker.
He was.
Now pass.
Damn.
Stolen by the Pelicans.
Levine always stopped at the 3-point.
And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis.
Wow.
It's that easy, Ed. You
He
never
gonna
want
be
to
down
leave
there.
any doubt when attacking the ring.
Threw it all the way down there.
And good look there, but it's no good. It's Pelicans ball. Payton to Holiday.
So if you actually just pass it in and run the ball back, Levine gonna be right there at the 3-point line.
Anthony Davis. He's 3 for 7.
Old school equals high percentage.
Look,
Done.
Levine right at the 3-point line.
Beyond the arc for 3.
I
Jay
told
simply
boy,
put the Bulls rolling the medical
He always
bills.
there.
Not just Jabari Parker, but also
He always there, and 9 times out of 10
Things
he
that
don't hit.
4-year,
No, he
$78
waiting on
million
this.
deal. There's no doubt that both those kids have the talent.
Hey.
But do they have the durability to maintain themselves the entire season?
Levine
They both
carried
can
the
maintain
team.
their health. They have a chance to be all-stars, and this team has a chance to be
But
one of the top
when the
tier
whole
teams in
team
the
on
East.
5,
second and 3. Got it.
because Levine ain't the only one. I be using the whole team. But you got,
Almost
like,
settles for a 2
throw
or
that
3
bitch
trip.
back up.
It was right there to Payton. Offensive board. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Now whistle. A timeout called by
What I
Jay.
learned
As
about
they
the
talk
team
things
that
over
we
in a
have
one-point
is
basketball
everybody
game.
can shoot a 3. Everybody can go 3, 2 key, layup. You just gotta get them. And you should change them. Oh, they already changed. substitution lead. Keep them good, bro. I learned that shit real quick.
Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
The Bulls with the rebound.
You just wasted time because you could have scored and got the ball back.
Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Hayden with the basketball.
You rushing, bro. You ain't taking your time like you always do. Stop. Calm down.
Shit, this ain't about that. These motherfuckers just missing. Shit.
Terrific vision. Nothing going here on that drive.
Pelicans pass the goddamn ball.
You ain't even pressing it.
Look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, head jab him. You make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that...
Everybody on your team is good.
Into the front court. His guys can hold for the final shot. Oh, it's blocked by Logan.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back.
Every single one of them motherfuckers can make a point. Because I done used them all.
Knocks it down from mid-range. The pass taken away. Deep three at the buzzer. Good. A three at the buzzer.
But why do that,
so far,
bro?
They've extended
Let me play all the way down the court.
The Pelicans have the lead.
I fucked up. Let me play. Just let me play.
I'm just asking, like, why do that?
The Pelicans.
I had to get this bitch down.
Back to you.
You could have still did that by just taking
As
it
we
down.
resume play here in the third. New Orleans
I
has it.
do.
Peyton to Davis.
Fuck up.
And they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Randall. Wide open look won't go.
You can't fall in love with the jump shots. You have to find ways to maybe even get to the free throw line. Keep your team in the game by putting points on the board.
Yeah, I just fucked up. I could have went straight in on the last.
Early stages, third quarter.
But I got the ball back.
It's all right. Everybody fuck up.
A drive baseline, but the shot won't
Yeah,
go.
sometimes they just miss.
Up by 6. Not that time.
Just like that.
Done. To Wendell Carter. Knocked loose. Pelicans have it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Holiday. Down to Randall. Big finish that time for Julius Randall.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player, pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
Now pass stolen by the Pelicans.
You know, and sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Drew Holiday. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
On and off the court, Drew Holiday is one of my favorite players. He always brings that passion and intensity on the hardwood floor. But this game always comes back to why do you play? And there's no doubt about it. He plays for his wife, Lauren, and also his baby girl, Drew Tyler. His wife, while pregnant, found out that she had a brain tumor behind her right eye. He skipped the season, stayed with his wife, helped her to have her baby, and also supported her while she went through a serious time. I don't know what else defines leadership other than a man like Drew Holiday.
I was focused on your game.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Rock-a-bye, baby. Oh, yeah, he rocked him to sleep on that one.
Holiday controls the basketball. His team leads it by 10. And they call it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Holiday. They need something to go down. It's no good. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I keep, like, when that shit happens, I don't never press it right.
To Peyton. They'll get it down to Davis. Anthony Davis. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
I think I need
Inside or outside, can any 7-footer in the NBA match this guy's versatility?
Not yet. Not yet, but Kristaps Porzingis is very, very close.
New Orleans will take it up. Peyton to Davis. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Davis. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Markkanen. Has a chance. Markkanen shot can't connect. Holiday in possession. It's an 11-point game. To Peyton. Anthony Davis lets it go. Cleans it up. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder in the defensive end.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Done. And it's blocked by Davis.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Hayden into the front court. The lead is 11. Knocked loose. Bulls have it. Slams it down. And boy, that was a lot to navigate. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters. But when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Able to convert inside. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Hayden gets it in the left corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there.
Bro, we
call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
There go your boy, too. 34.
Yeah, on it.
At the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throw is good to finish off the 3-point play. And the margin down to 8. Hayden with the basketball. He'll run the offense. And count the basket inside.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here's a chance from long range. He was all over it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Third quarter comes to an end. The Pelicans own a sizable lead.
This is not a lost game yet, though.
No.
I'm about to bring it to his ass. Right up. I'm about to bring it to him. We need them damn points so we can upgrade.
The Bulls in possession as we start the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A+ game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
To Chris Dunn. No, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
The drive, right to the basket, right down Broadway, 4-2.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Chicago basketball. Dunn to Markkanen. 4-3. This young man with a great stroke, even when it's well defended.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Here comes the screen.
Oh, waiting for the three.
And count the basket.
They keep doing the inside
Clearly not
shot.
afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
From the painted area, won't go down. Hayden into the front court. His team on top by 13. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
And he hits.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Hayden with the basketball. They lead it by 14. A bad pass, and the Bulls have it. To Markkanen. Almost, and he's not getting the call. Davis. To Holiday. Lets it fly from long range. And the rebound corralled by Lopez. To Chris Dunn. Driving right to the basket.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Davis. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Done. Going to launch beyond the arc.
That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. To Davis. And it's Lopez there for the rebound. Levine. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Chris Dunn at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 69% at the line. First free throw is good. And he makes them both.
And he hit both of his free throws.
Holiday controls the basketball. Looking to make something happen to Payton. Here comes the screen. Holiday passed it off. Slam dunk.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Hayden into the front court. The advantage is 13 points. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Guaranteed we gonna lose this game, but the next one is on.
And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Chicago possession. Done. To Wendell Carter. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's the player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Done. To Zach LaVine. Fires the three. Had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. Holiday. Down low more. Finish that. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early.
This game definitely over.
Each one more. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 74% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the first 2 quarters,
First one does
and
not
then
go.
you just finish stuff.
The Chicago Bulls, number 2, Jabari Parker.
And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Bulls have it. Done. From long range. No good. Surveys the floor. Payton with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. The drive right to the basket. Runner's good there.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game and they get a really good lather.
Done to Parker. For 3. That one off the mark. It's no good. It's the Pelicans who come away with the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This is...
See y'all next time.
Jay
Rose, signing out.
Fuck that game. Thought we was going to win that one too. That's just a motherfucking truth.
Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms on no Vans. And she telling all her friends I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man?
You doing?
50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms on no Vans. And she telling all her friends I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? What's your name? I ain't playing no games. See these diamonds in my chain. Yeah, I took it to the for the fame.
Playing Cleveland.
Get that money to the top, never stop.
Routine,
That work, but I'm the man.
Cleveland and the Lakers, that's two teams.
Baby girl,
Yeah, but we gonna get the tonight.
50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms on no Vans. And she telling all her friends I might put them on the
I don't know
gram.
what the fuck he
Baby
be
girl, what you doing? Where your man? 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan.
You know how to play that shit.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We are at United Center in the Windy City. Tonight, the Chicago Bulls taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I gotta get my boys warmed up. So I'm gonna straight take them in.
And the tip, won by Cleveland. George Hill to Love. Corbett to Love. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Cavs at the controls. Hill to Love. Hill buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
Dunn to Markkanen. Fires the three. Tough shot for Markkanen. No good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Scores from the post.
Old school. Eagles high percentage.
3 points, 2 points.
Dunn to Markkanen. From long range. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
Oh, that was a big-time shot. But more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
Lauri Markkanen with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he knocks it down at the line.
1 point. Oh,
Hill into the front court. His team up by 1. Hood to Love. Kevin Love, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Bulls have it. Dunn to Parker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Second effort. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
It's the mindset of Wendell Carter that really is the most impressive thing. He's an old-school mentality on the basketball court. He can play with his back towards the basket. He actually gives the guard a target to throw the ball to down low on the block. He'll actually hit you on the screen and try to knock you over, but also possesses the new era type skill to run, to knock down pick and pop shots, and also be a passer on the perimeter. He is the new school era of old school.
Jay simply put the Bulls rolling the medical dice. Not just Jabari Parker, but also on Zach LaVine.
They signed Zach LaVine to that 4-year, $78 million deal. There's no doubt that both those kids have the talent, but do they have the durability to maintain themselves the entire season? If they both can maintain their health, they have a chance to be all-stars, and this team has a chance to be one of the top-tier teams in the East.
And counted at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. Here comes the screen. George Hill. They'll get it down to Thompson. To Corver. Lets it fly from long range. He made his first effort, but not that time. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
not yet.
To Parker.
They ain't even nowhere near.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And I know I'm not supposed to be biased. I'm not supposed to be rooting for guys.
But
I'm riding with your brother. Get your work.
I can get that.
Cavaliers Cavaliers with the basketball. Clarkson. To Korver. Clarkson. Here's a chance from long range. Won't go down for J.R. Smith. Defense was all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Easy path to the rim.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Fires the three. Yes.
And in the age where all the focus and attention isn't on the one-and-done players, here's a kid who stayed for 4 years at Boise State. How about the evolution of his game? Freshman year, he averaged 3.1 points per game to his senior year, averaging over 20. Hopefully the same process continues with the Bulls.
Shot from in close, no good. Clarkson with the basketball. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead.
But wait, I thought I had 15 before I hit that.
Now pass taken away by Cleveland. That's it for the first quarter. The Cavaliers have the lead.
Yeah, twit.
One quarter of the box, and Jay, naturally, both coaches wanted to get more stops. But boy, was that fun to watch.
It was great to watch, and both teams were on fire. But Ed, let me bring you inside one of the huddles. These teams are fiery. I heard one player say, we got to draw a line. We got to fight. We got to continue to compete. Get up in somebody's face. The effort will be there in the second quarter.
Cleveland has the basketball to Colin Sexton. From the painted area, won't go down. Lopez to Chris Dunn. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Chris Dunn's game got better in year 2, going up almost 10 points. But there was a lot of controversy surrounding him going into the offseason, really questioning whether he was willing to put in the time and effort in the gym.
For three, good when he's open and when he's not. So dangerous.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stuck towards the driver, that means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Dunn to Parker. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. Can't connect.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropped.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Smith with the basketball. His team up by 7. Nance to Colin Sexton. Beyond the arc for 3. Hits the trifecta.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining in from deep.
No, we gonna have
Jay, let's talk about the rookie out of Duke. Give us a scouting report on Wendell Carter Jr.
Well, he has an old-school four-man's game with the skill set that is adaptable to today's game. And him and Lauri Markkanen together in that front court provide you the versatility that every guard would dream of involved in pick and pops.
To Colin Sexton. Shot from the lane won't go. Dunn to Lopez. Flushes it home.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
Now a whistle, and Cleveland is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Into the game for Cleveland, number 0.
Hill. Passed it off. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
You know, when I think about Zach LaVine, I almost think about a high-priced sports car that is stuck in third gear. Now, The things he can do in third gear is off the charts. I'd rather have that problem than not have it. But it always leaves you wondering, what if we got this car to fourth, fifth, maybe even sixth gear? Now that could be something.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
He was hacked. They let it go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Knocks down the first.
For the Bulls, number 24, Laureen Markkinen.
That's 7 points away.
2 for 2 on that trip.
9 points.
Done. To Zach LaVine. Going to launch beyond the arc. Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
But trades, huh?
Yeah, get out.
Trying to cash in. Not that time. To Wendell Carter. Got it.
You know, the only reason why Wendell Carter didn't get a lot of fame coming out of Duke was that Marvin Bagley reclassified, and they were both in the same front court together. But let me break down some stats to you about who Wendell Carter is within Duke history. Finished second all-time, only amongst Duke freshmen in rebounds, block shots, and double-doubles. He had 16 his freshman year out of 36 games. That's why he'll be great at this level as well.
Cavs at the controls. George Hill to Colin Sexton. Oh, they called a foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
First one, count it.
This team.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
34-28.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Now the Cavs gonna signal for timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
No.
Win at least one game. Yeah, we gonna win.
Time to shuffle things up.
We just gotta keep it.
Number 8, Jordan Clarkson.
Hill to Clarkson. 4-3. Not going down here. To Markkinen. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
At least it's one. Thank you.
Laureen Markkinen's got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far.
Oh, this shot is too. Yeah.
And hits the first free throw.
Trying to shoot that bitch.
One extra.
Yeah.
Goes 2 for 2.
Both. 2 points.
Hill across the timeline. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Tristan Thompson with the slam.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
broke that nigga. Just gotta hit this motherfucker.
Free throw good. A three-point play as they move in front here just before the break. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. So a tie one as we reach the break in a one-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
You don't like playing in 12 minutes shit. I don't know why.
12 is regulation.
27 wins a year ago for the Bulls. What can this team be?
They have the potential to be a playoff team, but in order for that to happen, a lot of guys need to take that major next step in their careers. Roy Marketing needs to step up. Chris Dunn is back aboard, a position where he played the PG spot. Wendell Carter, the first-round draft pick, and also Jabari Parker. He is the key cog in this wheel. If he is healthy and plays to the level of expectation that we know he can, this team can make the playoffs.
George Hill. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Levine to Parker. That pass stolen by the Cavs.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
The rebound taken by Cleveland. George Hill to Corver. A fundamental shot right there.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Done.
Damn.
Pass stolen by the Cavs. Corver to Rodney Hood. Fires the three. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
What?
Done. Over to the right side. Zach Levine. 3 for 6 now.
A two-time dunk champion, I love watching Zach Levine play. But you can't become obsessed with just attacking the rim. You have to continue to expand your game and really give Chicago that lead guard that they haven't had since D. Rose.
Hood to Hill. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Nothing going here on that drive.
Shit happens, dog. Shit happens, G.
Far from perfect.
Done. Deep right corner.
Farther from perfect than you.
Count it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. Hill to Corver. From long range. Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
George Hill. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
One can make the case he might be glad he didn't get the and one.
Dunn gets it in the right corner. Knocked loose. Cavaliers get possession. Corver. Love gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
People may not remember the old school Kevin Love, the one that used to beast you on the block. Now, he lives almost exclusively on the perimeter.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. The rebound's cleared by the Cavs.
And them motherfuckers, like, see, one of my moves, bro. When they thought you was going in, and your homeboy Parker was standing at the three-point line.
I can, because that's my only choice. Carter to Parker. Knocked loose. Cavs come away with it.
That was the whole play right there.
Missed a wide open look.
And I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second.
Well,
the Bulls are the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals series in their history.
6-0 right now. It helped to have a guy named MJ. But, Jay, think about this. If he's not gone those 2 seasons, maybe it's 8 straight Finals wins. Cavaliers with the basketball.
Man, you see, every time that I do the shit, that nigga hit that.
Off the assist.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender.
39. Hesitation. In the third quarter.
Dunn goes to the right side. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. They need something to go down. It's no good. Hill into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead.
You was just telling me when I first started, you gotta warm them up. You ain't even warmed them up.
Finishes strong. Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Damn.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. 3 quarters complete. The Cavaliers enjoying a healthy lead.
Shit.
The Cavaliers start
everything that you telling me, though, bro, you not even doing.
Wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
Man, you're not even doing it.
And they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
And they call the foul. Not the breeze there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Hey,
Smith. From the painted area, won't go down. Knocked loose. Gets to the basket and scores.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Clarkson with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing today.
Reset here. Let's see what they do.
Go inside. That's what you know.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. To Christo. Top of the key. Driving right to the basket.
One last time.
Flag. Scores at the rim.
Inside all this time. They go in. Now all of a sudden they hit. They trying to
go in again.
Clarkson with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Colin Sexton.
Well, they doing it anyway now. Shit,
I was doing it outside shots at first, bro. I was sitting there watching.
Man, shit. That motherfucker wasn't hitting their layup, and you seen that shit.
You was shooting outside.
They ain't hitting shit.
You was shooting outside shots.
Now all of a sudden they gonna hit layups.
I'm looking at the bench right now, and the coach is saying, keep pushing it, keep going.
Colin Sexton slams it down.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Cleveland has the basketball. And count the basket inside.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ballgame is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Even if we lose, we get points. But I want to win. I want to win her.
George Hill, 4 out of 7.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
I'm playing the whole game.
Nothing going here on that drive.
I want to ask you,
he can't get past the defender. Can't connect from in close.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To George Hill. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
About to slip.
Now pass taken away by Cleveland.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
George Hill. With that, he's 5 for 9.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just his shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
Trying to cash in. Won't go. He has to find better opportunities.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket and keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
George Hill.
They always been cold because the further we get, the harder it's going to
from
be.
long range. It's no good. Shots not going down.
And that's what they're showing you right here.
By the Cavs.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
To Love. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. The follow won't go either.
And we still got some upgrades to do, but we
you better get back on
basically handling our business in the first 2 quarters.
Hill. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
Ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative. Because right now, the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
LeBron be killing the whole team.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
From the outside, no good.
You know, and everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Well, I mean, that's your opinion.
Off the mark. The Cavs are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Cavaliers. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
We need help.
I do. I don't need no damn.
You need some too.
No, I know.
Yeah, you do.
Not on the game. Mentally, maybe. But not on the game, but though. I like the line. And I'm gonna learn how to beat them.
Push it to the ledge.
Ooh, shit.
Ain't got no love for the feds. Can they bang go to your head?
Part is I can't play him again.
I'm finna kill it instead.
In the damn franchise.
I can never done it and I wanna run it and I wanna keep it going and going. I can finish it.
They come back.
Rip it apart from the start like this, from the heart like this. For the million miles a minute, no nitrous, do it right this. I've been down this road before. Everybody think that they do, but they don't. Swear to God that they will, but they won't. Spitting riddles in the middle of a pastime. Me and my mom feeling the vibe like, yeah. Finna get like, yeah. I done made $20 million. I don't flex
to be acknowledged. At this point, it's common knowledge. All you haters been abolished. You in the club throwing dollars, but I'm saving mine so my kids go to college. Or maybe whatever they want to do, just as long as they never say, Daddy blew $20 million. Ay, he had the flex to be acknowledged. Ay, he in the club throwing dollars, and I cannot afford to send me to college. Ay, Daddy just want to be loved, just like everybody want to be accepted. Ay, but somehow he had neglected me and my mama for all of this rap. Ay, no, I cannot with that. Ay, no, I cannot with that. Who you know dropped the album back to back to back to back to back to back again. I'm back again and snap again. And that ain't no other way to run it. Yes, having it cause I've been living in a world of my own. Leave me alone, I'm in the zone where I've been prone to destroy. You cannot avoid this, whack, never annoy this. Yes, you know I enjoy this. Preach, yeah, I'm trying to reach everybody in the streets, putting words to the beats. Each one, teach one, yeah, I'm trying to reach one. Who the beast one? That be me on the top to the east one. Tell me how you really want to do it right now. Trying to shout out everybody, nobody heard of this, heard of us. We ain't going nowhere, it's a hurt of us. Hold up, roll up. Levitating like I'm David Blaine. Living a dream like I'm David Ames. Talk all you want.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We are at United Center in the Windy City. Tonight, the Chicago Bulls taking on the Dallas Mavericks.
I know she'd be ready for this. Yeah.
Won by Chicago. Jay, 27 wins a year ago for the Bulls. What can this team be?
They have the potential to be a playoff team, but in order for that to happen, a lot of guys need to take that major next step in their careers. Lauri Markkanen needs to step up. Chris Dunn, his back. What position will he play at the PG spot? Wendell Carter is their first-round draft pick, and also Jabari Parker. He is the key cog in this wheel. If he is healthy and plays to the level of expectation that we know he can, this team can make the playoffs.
Jabari Parker rocking the rim. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Smith into the front court. 5-point game. Here's Nowitzki down low. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Bulls with it. Dunn to Zach LaVine for three. His first effort off the mark. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
When you're a EuroLeague MVP at the age of 19, let me break down why your game is perfectly suited at the PG spot to be a dominant one in the league. Because Luka Doncic is a technician offensively. In any screen and roll opportunity, he makes the simple read. He's not the most dynamic player offensively. He doesn't have Ben Simmons' athleticism. But what he does have is Rajon Rondo vision, mixed with a jump shot where he can beat you any and every way he wants to.
Barnes to Dennis Smith Jr. Nowitzki. Off the assist.
Ed, I have to be real here, and it pains me to say this, but DJ has not been the same without CP3. Now look, he's still going to gobble up boards on both ends of the floor and give you high percentage buckets around the rim. So this is what you need to do as a defense. If he catches the ball too deep, hack a Jordan. Send him to the free throw line. Force him to make it from there. If not, force him to catch the ball on the perimeter, outside his pocket of confidence. And if you're able to box him out and not give him second chance points, you'll probably make him an ineffective play.
Barnes to Dennis Smith Jr. Ah, the monster stuff. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Baseline drive. Smith to the basket, but it stays out to Chris Dunn. Zach LaVine. He was all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Smith. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Luka Doncic. Smith. Cashes in for two.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game. Parker to Markkanen. Jay, let's talk about the rookie out of Duke. Give us a scouting
Another
report.
three.
Wendell Carter Jr.
Well, he has an old-school four-man's game with a skill set that is adaptable to today's game. And him and Lauri Markkanen together in that front court provide you the versatility that every guard would dream of involved in pick and pops.
Now whistle. We'll get a timeout call by Chicago as the
Yeah,
Lakers
me up
they're
too,
aligned
man.
here in a 2-point ball game.
What?
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Bulls with the basketball. Knocked loose. Mavs have it. Barnes. Matthews buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes.
Right now they starting to act like they
Everyone's getting a piece of the rock
went
tonight.
past
Driving right to the basket.
that damn
Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense
They
of
starting to
urgency.
hit
The
shit
shooter is
already.
more worried about his landing space than he was his shot.
And scores.
Well, when you play for
9,
each other and not
17,
just for
14
yourself,
daily.
that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself
It
in
don't
what
matter
the
to me,
team is
though.
trying to
I guarantee
accomplish.
you gonna
It's
get
called
it.
unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish.
Your
for
boy
2 or 3
just hit
points.
another 3. 17, 17.
Here's Barea. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Short jumper off the mark. To Parker. Throws it down.
And I know I'm not supposed to be biased. I'm not supposed to be rooting for guys, but I'm riding with Jabari. Get your work.
Here's Barea. Shot clock's off as they'll search for a tying bucket. Knocked loose. Bulls have it.
Got it back. You gotta use it, right?
Corner 3 at the buzzer.
And I got that bitch at the buzzer.
For good measure. What a finish to the opening period. A great stretch here to start the game. And so we're through one here at United Center with the Bulls on top. Jay and I back with more after this. It's NBA Monday on EA Sports.
That one there, but watch the next. If they short. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. No, that was just dumb. But he shot a 3 after that.
Yeah, right. No.
One of those games, every shot seems to be going down. Only 1 quarter in the books, Jay. Defensively, what needs to be tightened up?
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the 3, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
Whoa! What a finish!
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Brunson to Matthews.
That's right.
And they call it.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Think that's so bad and do it again.
Brunson.
Team foul number 1.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Well, I took the ball
Matthews.
and then I ran that bitch all the way back down
Layup goes down.
and dunked
Well
that
done.
bitch.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Jay, simply put, the Bulls rolling the medical dice. Not just Jabari Parker, but also on Zach LaVine.
They signed Zach LaVine to that 4-year, $78 million deal. There's no doubt that both those kids have the talent, but do they have the durability to maintain themselves the entire season? If they both can maintain their health, they have a chance to be all-stars, and this team has a chance to be one of the top-tier teams in the East.
Here's Barea. He'll run the offense. From the painted area, won't go down. on the baseline, but his shot stays out.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Well, I knew they was going to hit this.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Make the lane. Whatever. So they can play
Doncic. And a throwdown. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Short jumper stays out.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Matthews. Short jumper misses. Lopez. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Brunson to Matthews. Doncic to Matthews. Here comes the screen. Yes, Wesley Matthews. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, that is the move of an assassin.
To Markkanen. Has a chance. Markkanen shot that misses.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Brunson to Jordan. Shot from the lane won't go. Doncic to Matthews. Beyond the arc for 3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Now the Bulls will take the timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Dunn to Levine. Going to launch beyond the arc. Zach Levine forcing that one there. Well defended. Smith to Luka Doncic. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. Another follow. Stays out. To Markkanen. Trying to cash in. Markkanen's shot can't connect.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Oh, they called the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
The foul is everything when you get the point.
Nowitzki knocked loose, and they pounce. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Smith with the basketball. Lead is 2. Here comes the screen. Doncic. Down low to Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out. Jay, I'm surprised. He had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation. Wendell Carter powers it through. That's it for the first half. The Mavericks have the lead.
I'm trying to keep them close. To where even if I'm losing, I can still catch up. 4 points.
This is your EA Sports halftime report. The Mavericks have themselves a narrow lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
24 wins for the Mavericks a year ago. Jay, I know you can't wait to watch this young backcourt in action.
Ed, they have the backcourt of the future, and if you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, think about this. When's the last time you had an explosive backcourt? Jason Kidd, Michael Finley, maybe? Now think about Luka Doncic and also Dennis Smith Jr. A dynamic backcourt, both guys can handle, both guys can shoot. You lose Yogi Ferrell to free agency, but then you also draft a guy in 33rd named Jalen Brunson, who's a tough kid who won a national championship at Villanova. Safe to say the backcourt is going in the right direction for Rick Carlisle.
Smith. Oh, bad pass, and the Bulls have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Done. Sent away by Jordan.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Smith with it up top. Leads 4 to Jordan. And stuffs it home.
We call that get your money and put it in the bin.
Levine. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Smith now into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Doncic. Barnes. The Bulls with the rebound. Carter. Pass stolen by the Mavericks.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Shot for dirt. No good. To Zach Levine. Has a look. Shot no good there by Levine. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
In the front court comes Smith. They lead it. 4-point game. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Dennis Smith Jr. at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 69% at the line. The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. Done to Wendell Carter. Parker to the basket, but a shot won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Dallas with 4 to shoot. Shot by Smith, off the mark. Parker into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And hits the first free throw.
Substitutions, Dallas.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Jay, he's the one that got away. But why is DeAndre Jordan now right for Dallas?
Because he wants to be there. If you remember Dallas courting him back in the summer of 15, he actually committed to them verbally. And in a calamitous and emoji-filled turn of events, Jordan actually changed his mind, spurning Dallas to stay in L.A. It's good to see both sides have reconciled, and now Jordan to be the pillar in the franchise down low on the blocks for the Dallas Mavericks.
Done to Markkanen. Lets it fly from long range. They need something to go down. It's no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there. Utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
Dennis Smith Jr., couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First one goes down.
Seems like even the computer cheat.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Parker. Has a chance. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now.
I thought the computer never cheated. It was just a computer.
Bobby Portis. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 73%.
I can see that now. They do cheat.
First free throw is good.
They do cheat like a motherfucker. Somebody watching you too.
Oh, yeah.
You see that one?
Mm-hmm. I see it.
I'm gonna disappear because you ain't talking.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Smith into the front court. His team on top by 8. Smith on the drive, but his shot won't fall.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Parker. And the Mavs able to clear the rebound. Smith with the basketball. Final minute to play in this third quarter. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
I know. First one does not go. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Bulls with the rock. Done. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
And the denial.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Okay, they're lucky they get the ball back.
Put that bitch in. Then they hit the referee and folded him. Then they balked his ass. Boom!
Matthews to Dennis Smith Jr. 5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. Smith shot no good. Lopez. Oh, good defense there as the Mavs take it away. Yes, Wesley Matthews. He's now 5 for 6.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. 3 quarters down. It's the Mavericks.
We get every single 3 that we get.
Oh, yes.
Besides my other boy, him. He been going in and shooting 3.
Already.
In like the first quarter.
The Bulls in possession as we start the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ball game.
Oh,
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay.
That's probably little man.
Don't forget he ain't have to go to school today.
Weekend.
It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Markkanen. Yes,
and one.
Foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
You can go on there early.
Watch it, bro.
Oh, that boy.
Yo, what head and one.
Yeah. Just always
trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 82%. The free throw, good. Converts on the three-point play. And the margin is down to 2. Brunson to Dennis Smith Jr. To Matthews. Here comes the screen. Matthews gets it in the right corner. Nowitzki. Nowitzki. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Fires the 3. Tough shot there for Chris Dunn. No good.
Oh, Lopez, everyone grab him.
To Nowitzki.
Like, I need them to be on point and get the hoop.
To Matthews. Lays it up and in.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called out.
The pass taken away.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
Smith. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Mixing things up.
Oh,
Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Barnes. To Luka Doncic. Barnes. It's rebounded by the Bulls. Parker with it. Right now, down 7. Turned away by Barnes.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Here's Barea. He'll run the offense. There's a pass stolen by Chicago.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Done.
The assist from number 2,
Can't do that.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Substitution being made in this one. Barnes.
Still winning, though.
To Luka Doncic. Here's a chance from long range. Luka Doncic, marked man. Shot altered and no good. Now ready to shoot at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Oh, they ain't gonna fuck with him. No, you ain't.
Well, that's either a foul or a punt. Or you can get close enough to him to make a miss.
2 for 2 on that trip.
3 points away. Ugly.
To Nowitzki. Barnes. Off the assist.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Barnes. Knocked loose. Bulls come away with it. Markkanen to Levine. trying to cash in. And the rebound taken in by Jordan. Short jumper off the mark. They love this hustle. Barnes. The drive, right to the basket, right down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine doing what he does best.
A two-time dunk champion, I love watching Zach LaVine play. But you can't become obsessed with just attacking the rim. You have to continue to expand your game and really give Chicago that lead guard that they haven't had since D. Rose.
And too much contact.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Yeah. I want to close.
Barnes.
Like he hold the game now. He do it.
Short jumper stays out. Chicago basketball. To Markkanen. LaVine. Not easy.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target.
And I just stole it.
I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
He holds the game down, dog.
I just stole it, but I ain't go all the way in.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot.
Oh, I hate
But it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
And what?
And the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender.
Well, where's style from? Number 8. Where's style from? Number 8.
What?
Yeah. Number 8. He put it down. Yeah, how he just put a seed. Snatch that
do that.
Despite the defender's best intentions.
Please snatch that hoe. See, like, give me them cookies. See. I'm ready. See. Then he say, go and take that beat. See.
Bitch ass nigga.
Left hand on y'all ass. Off the glass.
Denzel Valentine at the line for a chance at
And,
three-point play.
I said I had to drop that.
75% for his career.
Man. Yeah.
Free throw
Yeah, we in the green
finishes
right
off
there,
the
but-
three-point play
Yeah,
as they
man.
take a
He
three-point
started
lead.
that shit right there.
Dallas
He hit that
with
3,
the
it was
possession.
over with.
Smith to
He
Harrison
just
Barnes.
really took off. He did the ball and shit.
Harrison Barnes not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
4-3.
That reach was just about a second.
That's a
off. He got his
3-point
hand in
shot
there a little
all
bit
day.
quicker. That would have been a
Just enough imbalance.
LaVine. Yeah.
Zach LaVine. It's gonna
Hey,
get a
That's
chance
3
at
points
three.
all day if I hit him.
Knocks down the first.
And the game about to be over.
Hey man, that kid, that nigga threw right there. See.
Second and three. Got it.
He still be hitting that shit though sometimes with that foul.
Yeah, that's why they be getting all them and one.
Hits all three free throws. Now a whistle. Dallas will use the timeout. Scoring a 4-point play. This is a 2-possession game. Let's see how they decide to attack this.
So this is the first one we done won.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Doncic. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
Doncic
Doncic fires the three. Buries the trifecta.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch. With great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Now whistle. Intentional foul comes with 24 seconds left in the game.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Off the mark on the first free throw.
I can even get one. And still.
Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. The Mavericks signal for timeout. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie in overtime? Or
that's what I was telling you, like,
with a 3.
Real other shit. Some other shit, bro. Tried to toast.
I'm just looking at it like, dang, you motherfuckers look.
Tried to told you.
Real.
To Jordan. Oh, nice find for the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Now they win. So now I gotta hit the last shot. No, it ain't tied up. They win.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. The victory to the Mavericks as they just squeak this one out by a point. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew.
I was supposed to win.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
That's what I was saying, though.
We look way better than 2K, though.
That's what I was saying the whole time. I don't even like 2K like that.
This motherfucker here look, I mean, laughing at it. Real.
And why you got so much hatred towards live? Like, why?
Like, I don't like live like this. Cool. Because you don't play live like this, just 2K.
He'd have had to play it to know if he liked it or not.
You sure be on it, he can't come down.
Boss is Celtics. Like, I mean, he played live because that's what I had. But I also got,
you got 2K?
I got 2K16. He loved 2K. I mean, but everybody like what they like, just like I like live. I like live. I wouldn't choose 2K over live.
Yeah, got better graphics.
And then I got a better system. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Fuck all them other systems. Mine's is better. Yeah, you just gonna let it burn. Watch this game.
NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. The games here tonight.
After this, I'm gonna take my shower.
From TD Garden in Boston. Tonight, the Boston Celtics taking on the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, I threw it out. Wow.
By Chicago. Jay, let's talk about the rookie out of Duke. Give us a scouting report on Wendell Carter Jr.
Well, he has an old-school four-man's game with a skill set that is adaptable to today's game. And him and Lauri Markkanen together in that front court provide you the versatility that every guard would dream of involved in pick and pops.
To Horford. Shot from the lane won't go. Parker to Chris Dunn. Ball's out. Last touch by Zach LaVine. Irving. To LaVine. Zach LaVine doing what he does best.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Irving into the front court. Down 5.
And shot a 3 and done.
Oh, get that out of here. Message sent, Jay.
And just block that nigga shit.
Marketing with the stuff.
Just did it.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back.
What shit you doing?
Hayward. Knock loose. Bulls.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
To Parker. From the painted area, won't go down.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens. And I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second. Did you know the Bulls are the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals series in their history?
6-0 right now. It helped to have a guy named MJ. But, Jay, think about this. If he's not gone those 2 seasons, maybe it's 8 straight finals wins. To Jaylen Brown. And count the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Done. To Wendell Carter. From long range, his first effort off the mark. Blocked by Dunn.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Parker with it. He'll run the offense. Markkanen. Screen coming. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Parker. Zach LaVine. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Knock loose. LaVine. Jabari Parker. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Hayward. Lets it fly from long range. Off the iron. No good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Done. To Parker. Fires the 3. This young man with a great stroke, even when it's well defended.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Kyrie Irving missed his first. That one goes.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming out to the floor.
He was like, God damn it, I need to get this.
Chicago in possession. To Parker. Beyond the arc for 3. Can't get the bounce. Kyrie across the timeline. They trail by 1. Finish that. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Irving with the basketball. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. For 3. Rebound hauled in by the Celtics. To Marcus Morris. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. No good, and no foul.
Ain't missing right now.
To Irving. Has a chance. Kyrie Irving. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play. Get locked in.
Rebound taken in by Chicago.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
The assist from number 13, Marcus Morris.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That ends the first quarter with the Celtics in front.
I love this game. I done fell in love with it.
Oh, the people. Yeah, man.
One quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They play with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Shit.
Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Hayward. Irving. Can't connect. It's no good. Jay simply got the Bulls rolling the medical dice. Not just Jabari Parker, but also on Zach LaVine.
They signed Zach LaVine to that 4-year, $78 million deal. There's no doubt that both those kids have the talent, but do they have the durability to maintain themselves the entire season? If they both can maintain their health, they have a chance to be all-stars, and this team has a chance to be one of the top-tier teams in the East.
Fires the three, knocks it down.
I love watching these coaches' moments. The coach was literally saying, no, 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 yes, yes, yes. That's how you make coaches look like masterminds.
To Hayward. Curling inside, and he's fouled. He's gone to the line for two.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Done. To Markkanen. 4-3. Not easy.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Lauri Markkanen is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one, count it.
At least I think I do.
Knocks down the second free throw.
Yeah, free throw.
Almost settles for a 2-3 trip. Celtics have it. To Hayward. Probing the defense. And Jay, they call the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Hayward. Irving. Buries it.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
count the basket at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender did.
Trying to cash in. Gordon Hayward. That's how it's done. 2-of-4 now.
You know, I just want to thank the man above for allowing a guy like Gordon Hayward, after that horrific, awful injury he had on opening night. So good to see my dude back on the floor and doing his thing, finally healthy.
Brown with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Irving. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
A simple touch foul.
Team foul number 4, Chicago Bulls.
Irving. Off the mark. No good. Jay, 27 wins a year ago for the Bulls. What can this team be?
They have the potential to be a playoff team, but in order for that to happen, a lot of guys need to take that major next step in their careers. Lauri Markkanen needs to step up. Chris Dunn, his backup role. What position will he play at the PG spot? Wendell Carter, their first-round draft pick, and also Jabari Parker. He is the key cog in this wheel. If he is healthy and plays to the level of expectation that we know he can, this team can make the playoffs.
Rebound comes to Chicago. Markkanen to Wendell Carter. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
To Hayward. Won't go. Into the front court, it's Irving. Final minute, first half. Going to launch, beyond the arc. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Done to Parker. Runner here won't go. The follow won't go either. Here's Irving into the front court. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon. To Hayward. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's done with the rebound. Parker. And a pass stolen by Boston. Gets it in the left corner. And he finishes at the rim.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Kyrie Irving for 2. Wide open look, won't go. He'll let one fly from half court. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Hayward. Tatum. It's done with the rebound. To Markkanen.
Hey, lock up.
Irving into the front court. Tie game, third quarter. Horford to Irving. Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Zach LaVine. It's denied by Horford.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
And a putback slam.
He usually pays his bills doing things around the perimeter. Nice work right there around the rim.
Kyrie
shot one up.
Our score all even in this third quarter.
And then another dude shot one up. But LaVine came back.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Jason Tatum finished third amongst all rookies in Rookie of the Year voting. But I say to you this, I agree with what Jaylen Brown had to say. If it was a one-on-one battle, who you taking, Jason Tatum or Donovan Mitchell? Jason Tatum or Ben Simmons? I take JT every time.
And finishes strong.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Dunn to Levine from long range. Zach Levine forcing that one there. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Levine to Chris Dunn. From the painted area, won't go down. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Oh, can't do that.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Okay, it's amazing what can happen season to season. Celtics last year, no Gordon Hayward, no Kyrie Irving. They go to the 7th game in the East Finals. Now, they have a load of expectations entering this year.
Don't forget Marcus Smart was in and out last year. This team won 55 games after losing one of their star players in the opening game of the season. Now you think about when you have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum really came into his own in the playoffs. Terry Rozier, who became Scary Terry, probably a guy that can start in the league, but now has to play a backup role behind Kyrie. This team
slams it home on the putback.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
To Wendell Carter. Levine goes to the right side. To Chris Dunn. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot there for Chris Dunn. No good. And they call it.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
They keep fouling.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
That's how they getting them extra points.
Irving won't go down.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
Carter to Markkanen. Off the assist.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Markkanen just
Irving
helped
with
us
the
out.
basketball. Leads 3.
Nope.
Horford to Marcus
He
Morris.
caught the ball
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up
after
at the
it
free throw.
missed.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that.
And
The
laid
game
it
comes
back
down
up.
to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Knocks down the first.
44-40 right now. If he hit this one, 45.
2 for 2 on that trip.
But it's only third quarter.
Chicago basketball.
I just gotta
Done.
get
To
my man
Wendell
right.
Carter. Fires the 3. This young man with a great stroke, even when it's well defended.
Okay, I see you throwing the ball like a
Your
quarterback
boy
in
just
the
hit a
pocket
3.
for a touchdown.
Rozier with it. Leads a bucket. Beyond the arc for 3. That no good. Off the mark.
Welcome to the roller coaster ride of basketball. Just because you were knocking down those open looks in the first half. Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. New blood coming in for both sides.
Entering the game for Boston, number 27.
Parker. For 3. Good offense rules the day in this matchup. It's Jabari Parker with the jumper.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Lopez.
Shit.
To Chris Dunn. Here's a chance from long range. It's the Celtics with the rebound. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. His guys now trailing by a point. That's off the side of the rim, short. foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Bobby Portis trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 73%. The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Rozier into the front court. He'll run the offense. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Missed it at the line. Fires the 3. That's what you like to see. Done. It was well defended. Finds a way to hit the 3.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Time expires on the period. The Bulls have the lead. The Bulls in possession as we start the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
4-3. Not that time. He misses. Rozier with it. The deficit now up to 5. To Horford. There it is. Al Horford. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Boston with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Deep left corner. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. To Parker. Jabari Parker. He's now 4 for 6.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Aaron Baines powers it through.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
To Lopez. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. To Rozier. Throws it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
To Parker. Shot from the lane won't go. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. His group now down 2. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Celtics have it. To Hayward. Gordon Hayward. That's how it's done. Now 4 for 9. Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago. That's their first. Leaves them with one remaining the rest of the way.
Well, you need execution in a chess match. And the best execution, I just saw the star player talk to one of the young fellas. You take those young fellas over to the side. You coach them through some of these big-time moments that happen in the fourth quarter. That's how you get your team ready for the playoffs and hopefully a chance to win the championship.
Oh, denied!
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Rozier into the front court. All tied up, just underway in this fourth quarter. It's a big finish.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Ball's controlled by Boston. Cleans it up. Second effort. Second effort. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I said this on draft night, that Jason Tatum was the most special player in the draft. Granted, I didn't know about Donovan Mitchell, but it's hard to believe that Philadelphia traded this pick away so the Celtics can have a future star.
Knocked loose. Shot no good there by Levine.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Horford. Rozier. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good.
When cold shooting like this starts in the second half, maybe utilize a head fake. Get that defender in the air, jump into him, create some contact, get to the free throw line.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
To Parker, going to launch, beyond the arc. Oh, could have sealed it, but it's no good. Celtics have it. To Horford. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
Leadership's greatest value is occurred in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Done. To Markkanen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, could have sealed it, but it's no good. Into the front court, it's Irving. Up by 6. Has a look. Irving's shot off the mark. Done. Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Horford to Marcus Morris. Has a chance. Morris's shot won't go down. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win this one by 3. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
But couldn't get the ball.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up.
Yep, show.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
Going down to mom crib.
I beg man, shut up. Let me see you down and my lie, 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 like. My lie, 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 like. My lie, 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 like. I love
had to go
the weekend. Girls up, let me see you, darling. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. Girls up.
And the fact is, this shit is recorded because of my franchise.
Let me see you, darling. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. Girls up. I mean, you got my mommy said I could be anybody. I said I want more money than no money. Break bread with that guy who made the Bugatti. Starters get money on everybody. Painting life, go money to something.
I shoot too many threes and take too many chances. But the threes be hit.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From downtown. Won by Milwaukee. Jay, it seems every year Giannis Antetokounmpo makes a mega leap. Now he's entering his 6th NBA season.
And Brook Lopez is on the record, the new acquisition for the Bucks, saying that Giannis is the best player in the Eastern Conference. That is saying something when you have Kyrie Irving and Kawhi Leonard. Let's not forget that a couple years ago, we were talking about Kawhi Leonard being the 2nd best player in the game, yet alone the Eastern Conference.
Bledsoe to Brogdon. A lot of contact, no whistle.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
To Antetokounmpo. Middleton. Rebound Markkanen. To Parker. Levine. Fires the three. His first effort off the mark. Bucks basketball. And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Bledsoe. To Brogdon. Nice pass to get things going.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Dunn to Parker. 4-3. Did enough to bother Jabari Parker. Shot off the mark. Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. Missed his first. That one goes.
Look, I get it. I've been one of the players who have had these mishaps happen to defensively. There is no worse feeling than the next day in film session, watching yourself roam on the island by yourself. Somebody in this particular moment needs to tell you to get your head out of you-know-what to get back in the game.
Lauri Markkanen is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. It's the second. One more coming.
Good shot, man.
Three for 3. Nice. May 2018, Jay, the Bucks make the move to my Budenholzer roster that's built to win now.
And Coach
What's up, bro?
brings stability
I had a
to
fish
a
stick
lot of
right
question marks around the head coaching position. Jason Kidd gets let go last
camera
year.
saying
That
that.
caused some drama with him and Giannis and the team. You hire Joe Prunty. He comes in. He tries his best. The team ultimately loses in the first round of the Eastern Conference. But now you bring Coach Bud to the table. You bring offensive fluidity, and that's what this team needs.
Gang, gang.
From the lane won't go.
I see me on air.
Markkanen to Wendell Carter.
But he ain't got the camera
Has a
facing him.
chance.
Exactly.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Middleton. Deep left corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up a three.
Ooh.
Trying to cash in.
I can't
Shot
never
no
get
good there
that.
by Levine. Brogdon.
Push
To
the
Bledsoe.
button right.
Eric Bledsoe. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Now a steal by Milwaukee. Bledsoe to Antetokounmpo. Here comes the screen. Antetokounmpo. The shot, almost. Nice follow on the dunk there. Now we'll get a timeout called by Chicago as they'll go over some tactics now in this first
You know what I was down to his head. It's your booty, man.
Here comes some changes.
You said this, you was in the fight, man.
Who?
To Parker. No good.
Everything.
Giannis with it up top. It's an 8-point lead. Giannis! Antetokounmpo. 3 for 4. Good start.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Antetokounmpo. Big finish. Full head of steam that time.
As soon as he walked in the
Set the
game,
tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Can't get the bounce.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
From the painted area,
you bad luck with my TV. I guess you bad luck with the game.
Bucks have it. And count the basket inside.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Markkanen. Ferocious slam inside. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum.
And I done played like 7
here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Is it really mine?
I think so.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Beyond the arc for 3. Not that time. He misses. Long key from 3/4 court. We played one in Wisconsin with the Bucks.
Why?
Here on the home floor. Jay and I back with more after
bring your ass up
watching
here.
the NBA on EA.
I'm doing good. I was down about 1 point, 2 point, shit like that. Look at this shit. The game ain't over though. But I'm just saying.
With you as we get things started here in the second
Maybe
quarter.
my bad luck charm for good. For good.
Jay simply put the Bulls rolling the medical dice. Not just Jabari Parker, but also on Zach LaVine.
Look at this, see?
That 4-year
I did that good love feeling, man.
Both those kids have the talent.
Just thought you get good love feeling.
To maintain themselves the entire season. If
That
they
was
both
dope.
maintain their health, they
That
have a
wasn't
chance
good
to be
luck, that was a
all-stars,
skill.
and this team has a chance to be one of
Cause I
the
knew
top-tier teams.
if they didn't, if they jump or twitch or something, I can keep them.
Bobby Portis trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 73%.
This shit again. I ain't never been this low. The whole
One free
thing.
throw good, so he converts on the 3-point play. And the lead down to 11. Bucks at the controls. Antetokounmpo. He was hacked. They let it go. And that's a backcourt violation. And they call it.
Ed, you can't run like that.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Antetokounmpo. Off the assist.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Five on the shot clock. Fires the three, knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
To Adetokunbo. Cruises inside for 2.
Giannis reminds me of Kevin Durant, and obviously their relationship has evolved even to the point where publicly KD gave him advice, and that was to play for himself. You think about the similarities, KD playing at OKC before he left for a bigger market in Golden State could be similar to the fate.
If I put that in the right color,
born of Nigerian parents, from Greece, loves small market towns, has a crack in his cell phone, likes to push a shopping cart down the aisle like anybody else. But it doesn't matter because the lights can shine bright for wherever Giannis decides to play. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance.
Trying to break his motherfucking lead.
First try, no good.
Chicago. Subbing in for the Milwaukee Bucks, number 11, Brook Lopez.
Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip.
The last game I lost by 1 point because I fucked up.
Done. For 3, Adetokunbo, the rebound.
Stop doing shit like that.
The Bulls with the rebound. Levine, knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
There's a pass stolen by Chicago. Levine to Chris Dunn. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot there for Chris Dunn. No good.
Why I can't get the oop
to Adetokunbo. Oh, whistle.
Simple touch foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3.
Adetokunbo to Lopez. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There's a reason they call him the Greek Freak. With his ball skills, pretty good. With his height, 6'11". His athleticism, 40-inch vertical plus. And his most dangerous in transition, which is probably the reason why he had an MVP caliber year with career highs in points, rebounds, and field goal percentage.
Adetokunbo. Slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him. And the reason why this could be the year of the fear of the deer, last season they only had 2 players that shot over 33% from the three-point line. Now you have the Michael Jordan of Delaware and Dr. DiVincenzo and also Pat Connaughton. Those are the floor spacers you need.
And Jay, don't forget, Ersan Ilyasova. Talk to the people in San Antonio. Talk to Brett Brown and the Sixers at the end of last year. With his length and his ability to space the floor.
I gotta
it's
go
a
down
great
to
addition for the Bucks. And Giannis Adetokunbo, you mentioned him. Well, at some point he's going to be a consistently great three-point shooter. When that time comes, look out. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Adetokunbo to Middleton. Giannis shoots. Deep 2 there, won't go. Parker with it. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Count the basket at the rim.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Under a minute to go before halftime. The drive, right to the basket, right down Broadway, 4-2.
This offseason was the summer of Giannis. He discovered so much about the American culture, even some of the sweets. And I see his game has gotten even sweeter.
Dunn. Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Chris Dunn.
I'll do what I did.
I was about to throw this bitch into the TV.
I broke my controller.
Shot from in close, no good. Parker into the front court. Trailing by 15. So Wendell Carter has a look. The jumper's off the mark. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
Why you gonna do that?
That's the right call.
Already got one that's fucked up.
Adetokunbo to Middleton. Here's a chance from long range. Misfires. It's no good.
Don't show.
Zach LaVine doing what he does best.
That's your boy. He just did a nasty.
3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Bucks in command of this one.
He got in there on there. I'm buzzing, hungry. All the above.
Thanks, Ed. Fellas, back to you.
Is this on YouTube?
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring?
No,
we'll find out as we're underway.
I don't think I
Bulls
chose
with the rock.
this one.
To Markkanen from long range. This young man with a great stroke, even when it's well defended.
And your big is the one making that happen. Every time he's involved in a PNR, he's slipping it, forcing that guy from the weak side to come down to help. Quick skip passes equal threes in the bank.
That's what I need to know.
To Levine. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Zach LaVine, 3 for 6 now.
A two-time world champion, I love watching Zach LaVine play. But you can't become obsessed with just attacking the rim. You have to continue to expand your game and really give Chicago that lead guard that they haven't had since D. Rose.
Oh, bad pass in the Bucks.
You know what? Sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
To Brogdon. Off the mark. Jay, let's talk about the rookie out of Duke. Give us a scouting report on Wendell Carter Jr.
Well, he has an old-school four-man's game with the skill set that is
adaptable
to today's game. And him and Lauri Markkanen together in that front court provide you the versatility that every guard would dream of involved in pick and pops.
Knocked loose. Bulls have it.
Nice steal.
Jabari Parker not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is
back up,
to come.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what you can do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicating. Everybody pointing. It was just better offense than there was defense.
A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down. To Wendell Carter. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
You know, the only reason why Wendell Carter didn't get a
lot
lot of fame coming out of Duke was that Marvin Bagley reclassified, and they were both in the same front court together. But let me break down some stats to you about who Wendell Carter is within Duke history. Finished second all-time, only amongst Duke
I got a couple of
rebounds,
things
block shots, and double-doubles. He had 16 his freshman year out of 36 games. That's why he'll be great at this level as well.
Brogdon to Lopez. Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
LaVine Now a steal by Milwaukee. Taking advantage of the turnover.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Done to Wendell Carter. Bucks have it. Has a chance. He shoots. Oh, off the mark to Wendell Carter. From the outside, no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
I done caught up just to
Matthew
start
Dellavedova
losing
at
the
the
lead.
line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. The free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Shot from the lane won't go. And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Matthew Dellavedova at the line for 2 shots.
Joe,
He's perfect from the line so far.
Yeah.
First one, count it.
Oh, you've been in the gym, huh?
Able to convert on both free throws. Done to Markkanen. Shot by Lopez off the mark.
I didn't want to shoot that.
Deep right corner. Jay, 44 wins for the Bucks a year ago. 7th best record in the East. They lose a Game 7 at Boston. In your mind, foundation, is it in place in Milwaukee?
The foundation is on its way, but last year was a disappointment for the Milwaukee Bucks. 2 years ago, they finished 6th in the Eastern Conference. And last year, when you play against the Celtics, a team that does not have 2 of its star players in Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, the Bucks should have won that. But it always seems like it comes down to injuries and lack of chemistry for the Bucks.
From the painted area, won't go down. Another follow, no good.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
To Middleton. Here comes the screen.
Right there. No, he can't guard you out there.
And count the basket.
That shit on that. That shit, man.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. That'll do it. 3rd quarter complete. The Bucks in control so far. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway. Terrific vision and scores.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Bucks at the controls. Spinning shot won't fall. Nothing going here on that drive. And the slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Bledsoe with the basketball. His team on top by 13. Driving right to the basket. Short jumper off the mark. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Bledsoe with it up top. The lead is 15. Bledsoe slams it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prom City.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Curling inside. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Knocked loose. Over and back. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Brogdon. Great feed. Can't connect from inside. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
In a real game, that would have been my ball. Unless they had a fucked up coach.
Missed it at the line. To Parker. Runner here won't go down.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Brogdon. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Parker to Chris Dunn. The drive, right to the basket.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Ah, you've got to get that one to go.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side.
Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. The Bucks at the controls to Lopez. Nice pass to set things up. That's rebounded by Chicago. Probing the defense. Zach LaVine. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
That's called escapability right there. Elusive.
To Middleton. Free throws coming up.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Yeah, man.
He's got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
It is what it is, I guess.
Baseline drive. The shot won't fall. Driving right to the basket. To Middleton. Short jumper stays in. Tough make through traffic.
Can't be serious right now.
I was expecting the miss there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Next thing you know,
To Zach LaVine.
they come back in the last
Runner's good there.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Now the Bucks gonna signal for a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Time to shuffle things up.
That might be my son.
Middleton. Bledsoe to Brogdon.
But if it was him, I would think he would say something.
Bledsoe. Cashes in for two.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Bulls have him. Goes to the left side.
He like,
Yes.
he like
and
the
a
same
foul.
thing.
He'll
He
have a
like
chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the
But he
arms.
been playing
I look at the
comedy
legs, the strength of his
with
legs,
me
help
and
him
a couple
power
more
through
people.
that play. That's how you get and ones.
Off the mark at the line. And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Oops. He missed the first one. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Levine to Markkanen. Fires the three. Tough shot for Markkanen. No good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
First free throw is good.
Yeah.
And gets both to drop at the line.
Man, I'm gonna play one more. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna play one more.
Deep three.
Before we
At
strike
the
out.
buzzer. Hits the late three at the buzzer, but it's not going to be enough. This game is all over. The Bucks claim victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our...
Yeah, gotta try. I gotta try.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
Got to. I wouldn't be me if I didn't. Yep.
I be paranoid, I gotta keep.
Okay.
I got like
3 and 13.
right in the
That's just all
money,
today.
I love it even though it's bad. I can't let none of these get into my head. And all my friends locked up, got caught up in the feds. And all my sins washed up, yeah, free my said. I be close to sin, I ain't supposed to say. Sometimes I wanna go ghost, I might go MIA.
Still screaming freedom, found it coming home now. All this up on my, I got up now. How you real, you can't even walk through your hometown. I'm barely home now, on the road now. All in the MIA, all like the. Boy, you get no love, you get. Stand 10 toes down, my go down. Rats ain't hold down, my go down.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We are at United Center in the Windy City. Tonight, the Chicago Bulls getting set to match
I
up
fucking
with the
hate
Toronto
serious
Raptors.
bro. That nigga do everything. Oh, everything.
The Raptors begin the game with the basketball. Jay, how do you even begin to try and describe the whirlwind that is the Toronto Raptors?
Well, you start with the positive. Last year was the first time in franchise history they were the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. And then you think about them losing in the first round after they lost the first game. It was essentially over.
What the fuck he still doing down
to
there?
losing their best player. And here we are. This team still having a chance to win the Eastern Conference again.
Fires the three, and Kawhi Leonard. Quick release there.
It's all about creating space.
It was that one thing where I couldn't pass it.
You can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with a three.
Done to Markkanen. 4-3. Tough shot for Markkanen. No good. Leonard. Nice pass to set things up. Serge Ibaka slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
To Parker. Fires the three, knocks it down, and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm, and that's what we saw.
And one. Bitch.
I've been doing that all day.
I'm talking shit like
but I still been losing. I lost about 1 point before you walked in.
Jabari Parker with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. Oh, he can't connect. Lowry into the front court. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Kawhi Leonard has got 2 shots coming. A career 84% free throw shooter. First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Now the Bulls will take the timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play.
You walking with us?
Jay, 27 wins a year ago for the Bulls. What can this team be?
They have the potential to be a playoff team, but in order for that to happen, a lot of guys need to take that major next step in their careers. Lauri Markkanen needs to step up. Chris Dunn, his backup role. What position will he play at the PG spot? Wendell Carter, their first-round draft pick. And also Jabari Parker. He is the key cog in this wheel. If he is healthy and plays to the level of expectation that we know he can, this team can make the playoffs.
So Lowry. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Dunn to Parker. Curling inside. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Jabari Parker at the line for 2 shots. He's struggled so far. First free throw is good.
Or y'all can stay here.
And fails to hit them both. It's got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Parker.
She told me to call.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Danny Green to Leonard. Throws it down. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Knock loose. Bulls have it. Jabari Parker rocking the rim.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His team up by 7. Bulls come away with it. To Chris Dunn. Levine. Off the mark. Parker to Markkinen. Beyond the arc for 3. His first effort off the mark. To Lowry. From the painted area, won't go down.
I'm coming as soon as I get done with this game.
To use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Shot from the lane won't go. Lowry into the front court. Lead stands at 7. And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
First foul in the last 2 minutes.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Another chance. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Toronto has the basketball. Kawhi Leonard. Rebound taken by Portis. To Zach LaVine. Not big finish. Full head of steam that time.
You know, when I think about Zach LaVine, I almost think about a high-priced sports car that is stuck in 3rd gear. Now, the things he can do in 3rd gear is off the charts. I'd rather have that problem than not have it. But it always leaves you wondering, what if we got this car to 4th, 5th, maybe even 6th gear? Now that could be something.
To Levine. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're elite trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Leonard. Here comes the screen. To Van Vliet. Leonard. To Powell. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot for Norman Powell. No good. Zach LaVine. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Here's a steal. Dangerous pass. That's it for the first quarter. The Raptors have the lead.
First quarter. Close score.
1 quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
I know you're wondering why I'm clocking. Both teams came out in the first quarter and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
To Leonard. And a throwdown. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Lopez. Jay, what do you make of the pressure on this franchise? A whole country is watching.
For Masai Ujiri, it's all about outlook because perspective.
Oh, and a putback.
He usually pays his bills doing things around the perimeter. Nice work right there around the rim.
Deep left corner. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Second effort. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Yeah.
Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Not really, but in a way,
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. For three, that's off the side of the rim, no good. Goes to the right side. Lowry to Ibaka. Add 2 points to the board.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
That pass taken away by Toronto.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
And Kyle Lowry, no one in his postal code, hits the three.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
born in the motherfucker.
Levine. Toronto with the basketball. And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
You said an hour? Is that an hour?
Leonard. Not getting the bounce.
I ain't never seen that.
To Zach Levine. Can't connect.
Told me that.
To Lowry. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Look, no one was more disappointed in how the 18 season ended than Kyle Lowry. I'm sure he's been playing those games over and over in his mind like a bad nightmare. I would be shocked if we don't see a bigger edge and a bigger chip on his shoulder. Because the reality is, they need to start finding some answers in the six, and quick.
Lowry. To Danny Green from long range. Can't connect. All right.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back.
No, I'm talking about up and ready.
Marking it. Levine. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with the pass.
She said, I told
Danny
her
Green
too.
to Lowry.
I was like, well, we're
Here's
gonna do
Leonard for
it
two.
early.
Not that
But
time.
she be the first one to be up.
Levine to Chris Dunn. Zach Levine. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, they call the foul.
That's just a blatant foul.
And then
He's trying to
you
make a
want
statement.
up early.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Danny Green to Van Vliet. Leonard misfires. It's no good. Zach Levine doing what he does best.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Fred Van Vliet, great feed. Strong finish that time for Danny Green. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk,
If
but
you
another
leave him
easy
alone
dunk.
at the
When are we going to see
3-point
some
line, he gonna
defense?
bust that bit.
Zach Levine Not looking pretty. 3 for 10. Danny Green is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 81% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Knocks down the second free throw.
I'm gonna get back on this motherfucker later.
Perfect from the line. It's all 3 of them.
Cause I've been playing this all day since I've been up.
Desperation shot here from half court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello.
Glad you can get on it now.
The Raptors.
Car crash.
Back to Ed and Jay.
Car crash, this shit.
Cause I know you're gonna run into something.